I had one of the most insane transformations ever, right? I can say this now. I focused mainly on that. Like, it was obsessive. You understand? So, and trust and believe this. You have YouTube as a resource for anything. Anything you can possibly imagine to improve. Whether you're broke and you're trying to become, more successful, there's people that specialize in that. Whether you're fat and you want to get fitter, there's people that specialize in that. Whether you suck at dating and you want to improve, there's people that specialize in that. You understand what I mean? So there's a wealth and an abundance of information that there's no excuse for you to not start taking action. When you imagine somebody who's a loser, my old self probably comes to mind. A fat, unattractive, awkward, unconfident, over the top, does too much type person, always makes jokes and allows themselves to get bullied, class clown, but you're not really funny. You don't get any women. Nobody truly likes you.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That kind of stuff. And for a long time, I was a loser. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Stop the cap.
Because I overcame it. And now I'm pretty much the opposite of what I was. Well, for the most part, because sometimes I do still have my loser tendencies. Many of you guys know my story. For some of you guys that don't, I will briefly go into it. But essentially, this video is going to be me explaining how I stopped being a loser. And yes, I copped a whiteboard. Look, I listened to you guys. I had one of my long-time supporters commented a couple of video ideas that I thought, yo, god damn it, these sound fire. And I was like, you know what, I might as well do them. I've never actually dived into them. And one of the ideas was, can you talk about how you stopped being a loser? Basically, how you improved yourself step by step. First things first, though, shout out to all you guys for helping us get over 1,000 subscribers. You know how mad that is? Like, getting over 1,000 subscribers is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I never imagined getting there at any point. Like, bro, I was thinking, you know what? I'm just going to keep uploading videos. When it happens, it happens. I forgot about the goal. And suddenly, Eureka! I really, really appreciate all you guys. And yeah, just keep supporting, keep liking the videos, sharing the videos, all the good stuff, commenting what you want to see next and everything like that. But pretty much, let's get into it. A brief background for you guys who don't know about my story or who I am. My name is Nicholson, as you've seen by the YouTube name. And essentially, I used to be very overweight. And when I say very overweight, I mean borderline obese, bro. I was like 280 pounds at 16 years old. Yes, at 5'7", 5'8". Crazy stuff. I used to get bullied a lot. I wasn't confident. I didn't really get women like that. Like, even the women that showed the tiniest bit of interest in me, I would repulse them because of my over-the-top personality and me not being able to be seductive, you know? It was tragic, honestly. Like, I cringe at how I used to be, you know? And I think if you are improving, you should cringe at how you used to be, you know? As much as I got bullied and I got a lot of things that happened to me in my life that weren't directly my fault, I realized that it was my responsibility. It was my responsibility to change how people treat me. It was my responsibility to change the man I see in the mirror. It was my responsibility to change my behavioral patterns. It was my responsibility to change my bad habits. It was my responsibility to change, period. Although it may not be your fault as to why you're where you're at in life, you need to pick yourself up out of that hole, because if you stay in this perpetual state of, it's my parents' fault as to why I'm broke, it's my grandma's fault as to why I'm fat. I used to literally say that to myself. I'm not even kidding.
My grandma fed me too much food when I was younger, that's why I'm fat.
And I used to believe that for a long amount of time. My aunties used to want to be nice and they'd be like,
oh, you're just big bone, you're not fat, you're just big bone.
Munoz is big bone. Munoz is my Zimbabwe name for you guys who don't know. You're just big bone, you're not fat. I was fat as hell. I was fat as hell. F-A-T, bro. You know what I'm saying? I put shame to the word fat when I was, fat. I literally had to take accountability. Once I took accountability, that's when I started going to the gym. I went for the first day, first 2 days, first week. I was hella motivated, right? Now, I was very insecure when I first started going to the gym because I thought everybody's staring at me. And that's why I wasn't consistent for the first year of me going to the gym. I'd go maybe once every 3 months. And the thing is, I used to be so gullible and naive. You guys know somebody called V-Shred, right? You guys definitely have seen V-Shred. I'll put a picture of V-Shred on the screen. The master manipulator that is V-Shred. The amount of times I fell for his programs to get into shape, like those used to be so prominent as well. Like, buy this for 99. Bear in mind, I'm broke as hell, right? I'm broke as hell. I don't have any money. And I'm like, damn, I'll look like him if I buy his discs that, he's selling. And even that guy wasn't in 6-minute abs. Anyways, there was a lot of maneuvering that needed to happen for me to filter out the BS information from the good information. And eventually, that's when I finally, by the grace of God, started actually seeing results, right? It took me around 3 years for me to lose fat. Step 2, identify critical, boom, 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 areas in life. Okay. So we all have different struggles. So that's why I'm not being specific with this. It's literally impossible for me to be specific with this. But identify critical areas in life. Identify the biggest things which are causing your suffering in your life, or the biggest things that are holding you back in life. That could be your physique. That could be your mindset. That could be your brokenness. That could be your unattractiveness. That could be your gamelessness because you can't talk to women. Whatever the biggest hindrance in your life is, or maybe you're a woman watching this. Maybe you can't talk to guys. Although I don't know how that's even possible. But whatever. Identify the critical areas in your life which need fixing. Because once you have the mindset of taking accountability, which was step 1, now you can go into identifying the biggest things that need changing. So for me personally, I feel like I'm doing a lot of rubbing today. God damn. I haven't done this since high school, man. Shit. So, critical areas. I'll write that for myself, right? So for me, critical areas was, number 1, being fat, right? That was the number 1 thing, because that was literally affecting my health, because I couldn't even walk 100 meters without running out of breath, right? Number 2 was low self-esteem / confidence, right? Because, see, when you have low self-esteem and low confidence, this is when you allow people to mistreat you. This is when you allow people to use you as a doormat. This is when you allow people to basically victimize you, motherfucker. Alright? So, for me personally, being fat and having low self-esteem / low confidence were the two biggest critical areas, right? Because obviously, I was still relatively young at the time when I first got into this mentality, where I started wanting to change my life. So I didn't worry about money yet. I didn't worry about necessarily even dating yet, But I couldn't even talk to women as well. I couldn't make that number 3, right? Number 3, let me not say I couldn't talk to women, because I had a lot of female friends. Couldn't bag a woman. I'll put it that way, right? Couldn't bag a woman. Now, this out of context looks crazy. Somebody could just click on it, skip ahead and be like, what the hell is he talking about? Serial killer motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't bag a woman because, look, I used to always try and go the friend route. Again, this comes from confidence. Any person who tries to go down the friend route of getting a woman who they're really attracted to and a woman who they really want doesn't have high confidence or high self-esteem. If you look at any person that has high confidence or high self-esteem, they don't need to go the friend route. You understand? They go after what they want. They're like, look, I like you. I want you. Okay, that's crazy. If you guys know the Boondocks, you know that reference. That is a crazy reference. I ain't gonna lie. If you don't know that reference, don't look it up. Trust me. These all directly directly intertwined for me personally, because being fat was directly causing my low confidence and low self-esteem, and my low confidence and self-esteem was directly causing me to not have the success in dating life. You know what I mean? And number 4, I could even put it this way, right? Allowed people to disrespect me. There's not much space on there, but I hope you can see that. Allowed people to disrespect me. So again, when you don't have confidence or self-esteem, what this does is it makes you like overcompensate by having this over-the-top personality, or even by keeping to yourself, or whatever the case may be. And all of a sudden, you're this corny person who everybody just makes fun of, everybody teases, you're the easy target. You understand what I'm saying? So All of these were critical areas that needed change immediately. You understand? So, you can't change all these at once. That's the thing you need to understand, right? So, when it comes to critical areas, let's say, for example, yours was being broke, and then you had a few different things underneath, right? Because all of us have a few different things that we could improve in our lives right now if we had a magic wand. You understand? If we had a magic wand, like, what's that woman from Shrek? The fairy godmother. If we had a magic wand like the fairy godmother, we'd be like, oh boom, I'm not fat. Oh boom, I have confidence. Oh boom, I can bag women. Oh boom, I don't allow people to just disrespect me. Oh boom, I have an infinite supply of anime immediately. Okay, I'm just a weirdo, bro. Once you've identified the critical areas that need change in your life, now, which is step number 3, I believe. Yes, sir. Number 3. Tres, right? In Spanish, tres, yes. Number 3 is pick an area to primarily focus on. All right? So once you've identified the critical areas in your life, all the things that could possibly be changed if you had a magic wand, pick an area to primarily focus on, okay? Now, I'm taking this from the perspective of things you can change, you understand? I cannot change my facial structure unless I do plastic surgery, or which I'm not fucking doing, you understand? So, pick an area to primarily focus on that you can directly influence, you understand? So, again, because I've went through the journey of being fat to being fit, I can talk about this, right? I had to pick that. Okay? That was the biggest thing first. Pick that. So anyone that knows me will tell you, for the longest amount of time, I was obsessed with losing weight. They could tell you this shit, right? At first, people laughed at me all the time. I bet you just go to the gym to take pictures. You just go into the gym, you're not seeing any results. Everybody laughed at me. Up until they couldn't. In the first year, everybody laughed at me. Alright, cool, I keep going. Second year, everybody laughed, but a little bit less. It was more like, it went from, you just go there and take pictures. Second year, you just go into the take pictures. Third year, damn, bro, how the fuck did you do this shit? How did you do this? Because I had one of those, like, more, genuinely, I will put the transformation on the screen. I had one of the most insane transformations ever, right? I can say this now, because now I've got fat again. Well, bulky, let's say, of which now I'm going to have a better transformation than before. Trust me. Trust and believe. Give me a few weeks. Give me like 8 weeks, 12 weeks. You're going to see. But, you know, I focused mainly on that. Like, it was obsessive. You understand? So, and trust and believe this. You have YouTube as a resource for anything you can possibly imagine to improve. Whether you're broke and you're trying to become, more successful, there's people that specialize in that. Whether you're fat and you want to get fitter, there's people that specialize in that. Whether you suck at dating and you want to improve, there's people that specialize in that. You understand what I mean? So there's a wealth and an abundance of information that there's no excuse for you to not start taking action, right? Which is actually number 4. Okay, let me get into number 4. Which lands me into my point beautifully. The sun's starting to rise and it's snowy. It doesn't make any sense where I'm living. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Number 4, and this is very, very important, okay? Extremely important, because many people fail at this stage, right? Take action. You understand? So, once I've taken the mindset of accountability and responsibility, right? I've identified the critical areas. I've picked something to primarily focus on. Take action. It's all good and well theorizing all day about what I can do to talk to a woman. Okay, so if I had the opportunity to talk to a woman, here's what I'll do. Yeah, that's all jolly good. That's all great. Take action, because one thing you need to understand, you're going to suck a lot. Pause no diddy. At first, you're genuinely going to be trash. You're going to suck. You understand? You're going to be trash at whatever you try doing. There's a small percentage of people that are just naturally gifted at what they do. Like, I've had some people who I've gone to the gym with, right? And the lifting weights, which took me years to master, on their first day, I'm like, I'm jealous of you, motherfucker. But now, all jokes aside, yeah, like, take action because you need to get past that first initial stage of sucking. Again, pause, no diddy. You need to get past the stage of being awkward, the stage of not knowing what you're actually doing, right? So you're learning from your failures. You understand? They say failing isn't losing because you will lose a lot at first. Failing is quitting. You understand? The reason why I was successful in my fat loss journey, it's not because I didn't lose or I didn't become demotivated or I didn't have any bad days. No, it's because I stuck at it. I kept going. Regardless of what obstacles were in my way, I kept going. I kept going. I kept going. So we must take action. Goddamn, things are just dropping all over the place today. And remember, you need to have a long-term mindset, okay? Long-term mindset. Alright? A big mistake that I made to myself, and which is one of the biggest reasons why I kept quitting, was I had unrealistic expectations. I was thinking I'm going to start looking like V-Shred or whoever, six-pack abs. I'm going to start looking like those people in a month or in 2 months, right? When I heard somebody who gave me the brutal and true and honest advice, and I think the first person was Coach Greg Doucette. I know a lot of people don't like him, but shout out to Coach Greg, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I need to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you need to hear doesn't sell. What you want to hear sells. I can tell you right now, you can eat cakes and muffins every single day and you get into phenomenal shape. You look like 6-time Mr. Olympia Chris Bumstead. And I would absolutely be lying to you, but guess what? You buy it up because that's what you want to hear. Because that's what your brain wants. Comfort and tasty treats, I hope. But when I had Coach Greg tell me, okay, it's probably going to take you years to lose weight. It's going to suck. When I had a lot of people that I'm looking to for advice who have the physique that I want to have, that inspires me, and they're telling me, the true ones, it's going to take a long time. When I'm hearing 3 years, I'm like, 3 years? 3 years is crazy. Even when I started giving advice on losing weight, when I used to tell people it took me 3 years, they're like, yeah, but I've seen other people that it took them 1 year and a half. What some people do, you don't understand about the steroids and all this bullshit. I did my shit natural then. So lifetime natural, never touched that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around a lot of people that do that shit, never me. You feel me? I take pride in that. You understand? Now, don't compare yourself to other people, right? Let me put this as step number 5, actually, because that is actually a big point. You understand? Okay. Number 5, don't compare to others. Look, when you see other people doing what you want to do in less time than you've been doing it, it's going to demotivate you if you let it. You understand? Remember, we all have different stories. We all have different journeys. So for me, I don't even have body dysmorphia. I don't have the best physique. Nowhere near. I have a decent physique, but not a huge, really great physique. I'm not the strongest guy in the world, right? I'm not the best looking person in the world. But guess what? I'm good in my own skin. I'm comfortable with who I am. Why? Because I know how far I've came. I know who I used to be. A lot of people, why they have body dysmorphia and why they believe they need to be like Duke Dennis to get women. I don't even know how people got to that, right? It's because they compare themselves to others, right? You are not Duke Dennis. You are not Chris Brown. You are not Drake. You're not any of these people that a lot of women that you see fiending over and all this shit. You're not them, right? You're you. So use that to your strength. You understand what I'm saying? Look, any person can come on this app and give you the advice I'm giving you. But why are you listening to this video? Because of my personality, because of my individuality, because of my uniqueness. I hope so anyway, I hope I'm not just tooting my own horn, but like, I know my strengths. I have a really great personality when it comes to expressing how I feel or expressing certain ideas, right? I have a certain cadence about myself and a certain way I talk, you understand? That's going to get through to people, and I know this. For me personally, there's people that they're not as expressive as me or as loud as me, but they get the point across so well because they're so eloquent and they're so great with their words. You understand? Everybody's different. You are you for a reason. You will never find the same person twice unless that second person is trying to be like the first person. See, you have to try to not be yourself. That's one thing you got deep. You have to try to not be yourself if you want to be like somebody else. You feel me? So look, Don't compare yourself to others. And when I did these 5 steps, that's how I started seeing great change, and I started seeing these great results in my life, right? Now, like I said, this is not an overnight process, okay? This is not an overnight process. And I need to tell you people the truth. I don't want you guys to have unrealistic expectations and to think, this is going to happen in 2 days. No, right? Doesn't happen overnight, right? It will take a long It will take an excruciatingly long time for you to genuinely be great at something and for you to be very knowledgeable in something. Like, I'm knowledgeable in fitness. I've been training in the gym for 5 years, almost 6 now. It's going to be 6 years next year. You understand? I've been training for a long time. I've done a lot of different things. I've been really big. I've been really skinny. I've been really strong. I've been really weak. I've gone through every experience naturally you can imagine. You understand? Now, it didn't happen overnight. And that's what you need to value. The journey is beautiful. You understand? I remember the first time I approached a girl, and this is kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, like, it's beautiful. I approached the girl and I was like, excuse me. She was like, are you okay? She looked at me like I was retarded or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a very competent, normal person. You feel me? And it's because I was so nervous and I was so unconfident and shy. You understand? Because this is unfamiliar territory. This is out of my comfort zone. I don't know how to talk to women directly. What I know how to do is talk to them like I want to be their friend and their BFF and their colleague best friend and all these bullshit. But going up to them and expressing, hey, I'd like to take you out. I'd like to get to know you. That took some balls, bro. I didn't have no balls. I did not have balls. You feel me? I didn't have balls. Because I was afraid of rejection. You can't be afraid of rejection. You can't be afraid of failure. Rejection and failure are one and the same thing. You can't be afraid of rejection or failure, because rejection and failure is what builds you. When you become accustomed to rejection and failure, it's what's going to make you improve and progress. So when I got rejected by like 100 women, right? And not in a row, but like in total, at that point, it didn't faze me. You understand what I'm saying? You go up to a woman, oh, hey, how you doing? I'd like to get to know you. Oh, yeah, I've got a boyfriend. Sorry, I'm not interested. Oh, no problem. Have a nice day. Boom, you're going about your day. It doesn't affect you, bro. You hear what I'm saying? It doesn't affect you. And then I remember there was a time when I went up to a woman, right? Beautiful woman, like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my entire life. I was with my friend, right? You can tell you this, my friend Harry. You guys know Harry. And we're walking through town, right? And she's across the street by herself. And she's on her phone or whatever. And I was like, damn, she finer than a motherfucker. I go approach her, bro. So bear in mind, at this point, rejection does not faze me. So I was like, look, if I get rejected, I get rejected. But I'm just going to explain and express how I'm feeling. And just be honest. I don't need any pickup lines, any of that BS. No. So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm not going to lie to you. I just wanted to tell you how beautiful you are. And you caught my eye and I wanted to come and tell you that. And she was like, how many girls just say that to you? I was like, I promise you, you're the first girl I've said that to today. And we had a back and forth in the conversation. Now, she actually had a boyfriend or whatever. And, I respected that fact or whatever. And we're still cool to this day. But that just goes to show you, like, don't be afraid of rejection. I went there not being outcome dependent. Too many people are outcome dependent. Okay, this must go well. This must work. She must accept me. Because when you go there with outcome dependency, that's when you set yourself up for the failure / disappointment. You understand? So you need to go there with outcome independence. This is even with the gym. This is an analogy for anything. Go there without any expectations. Because expectations are what set you up for disappointment and resentment. You understand? Go there, no expectations. I'm just going to be me. Show them who I am. And boom, see how much you improve. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, remember, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time. You understand? That's different for everybody. For some people, it might be a year. For some people, it might be 5 years, 10 years. You have to just really want it. You just have to really want it. That's what I can say to you, okay? So, yeah. Just don't forget to enjoy the journey, man. Enjoy and love it. Like for me, guys, before I end the video, I've said this. If the YouTube takes 20 years, I don't care, bro. I genuinely love creating videos. there's sometimes when I'll tell you what I don't like doing. I don't like editing videos, like especially these long ones. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing this video. And yeah, like I don't like editing. That's the one part I don't like. But damn it, man, the actual creation process of creating a video and executing the video and everything like that, like I love that part. You know what I'm saying? That genuinely, I think I was made for the show. I'll be real with you. But I said if it takes 20 years, it takes 20. I'm enjoying the journey, bro. Right? Getting to 1K subs was a crazy milestone, bro. Right? I can't wait for the next one. We're just stepping it up each time, you know? But yeah, I hope this video is very valuable to you guys. As you guys know, my vids are very all over the place. So I hope this wasn't too boom, 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 you know what I'm saying, all over the place. I hope it was a bit more structured. Again, as you guys know, I don't script any of this shit. I did write some points on my phone, but my phone was dead and it was on the charger, and I'm about to go do my steps, you know, to lose this excess fat that I've got on. So yeah, I just had to kind of freeball it. I'm sure there's some points that I missed, but yeah, hey, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as usual. Comment what you want to see next. I am going to do a gym vlog in the next video, no matter what, just because I've been putting it off for too long. So I'm probably going to release that at some point next week. And yeah, a bit of a gym vlog and a bit of just like behind the scenes and everything like that. So you guys basically get to like know me and shit a bit more. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, man. Peace.